Back from a successful 6-3 West Coast road trip, the Sox hope some of their winning ways translate into wins on the South Side. And tonight, they'll start a 7-game homestand beginning with the American League defending champion Texas Rangers. It's White Sox baseball next on Comcast Sportsnet. We are coming to you from the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, where tonight, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, it's Adam Dunn, it's A.J. Pierzynski and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Michael Young and the defending American League champion Texas Rangers. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the first of this 7-game homestand. It'll be 2 with these guys, the Texas Rangers, 2 with Cleveland, and 3 with the Dodgers. So the Sox coming off a very successful road trip. We won the series 2 out of 3 games in Seattle. We won the series 2 out of 3 games in Anaheim. We won the series 2 out of 3 games in Oakland. It's only 2 things. First of all, welcome back, buddy. Good to have you back.
Yes.
And the next thing is it was a good road trip.
It was a terrific road trip because it was an essential road trip to get us back on the right track. Texas is a team that's playing good baseball, and now's a good time to get them. Their entire outfield is out. And with that in mind, Edwin Jackson goes to the mound. He's 3-4, the same exact record as Colby Lewis. However, lifetime 2-2 with an ERA in the mid-3s against his Texas crew. On the other side of the field, Colby Lewis has had a pretty decent year. He's 3-4 also with his ERA in the mid-4s. However, lifetime against our Sox, he's really struggled. His ERA is over 7.6, and he's 1-3 lifetime. So tonight's a good time with their injured, still not ready to play yet.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
and only from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. 42 degrees at game time. Now maybe a couple of degrees warmer, but it's a cool night here in Chicago, as Edwin Jackson is taking on the second-place team in the AL West, the Texas Rangers, who are banged up. This is how Washington is going to line them up tonight. Endy Chavez leading off. Then it's Andrus, KINSLER, the DH, Michael Young. Adrian BELTRE having a good offensive year despite the average, with Murphy, Torrealba, Davis, and Gentry rounding out the lineup. The defense and how they're going to line up behind Edwin Jackson, left to right, Pierre, Rios, and Quentin in the infield. Vizquel gets a nod at third base with Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. And Alexis pursuing perfection, starting pitcher, Edwin Jackson. Last time out against the Angels, he was absolutely brilliant. Didn't give up anything through 7 innings. The key will be, of course, that slider. Left-handers have hit him much better than the right-handers, but when that slider is right, nobody hits him very well. Let's take a look at a home and road comparison, and you'll see why things have not gone very well here at just 5-11. Batting average considerably less than on the road. Runs per game, half a run less. Home runs, well, we've hit more here at home, but the ERA is a lot higher on the road, meaning you score more, but your pitchers give up more. The end result is 1-9 in the last 10 home games. We got to reverse that trend. So you're throwing the ball around the infield. We're ready for baseball, and I'm ready to turn over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here over Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for the first of this brief 2-game set and this 7-game homestand. Endy Chavez gets set for the first pitch of the ball game. And it is up high. Edwin making his 9th start of the season. As Steve told you, 2-2 with a 3.67 ERA against these Rangers.
Chavez just recently recalled as the whole outfield went down together.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
No, I mean, the starting outfielders were Bourbon in center, flanked by Hamilton and Cruz, and all on the disabled list as Ron Washington talks it over with his hitting coach, Thad Bosley.
And there's the strike. So the count 2-1. Rangers come in hitting at .260 as a club with a 3.91 ERA. They are 6-10 on the road, while 15-9 at Ranger Stadium. Yes, that's trouble. Down into the corner by the State Farm sign. So the leadoff double by Chavez.
That's his first hit as a Ranger. He's a veteran outfielder who can go get him. And this time, that pitch is up in the strike zone. Everything that Edwin has thrown has been up. And that's not going to serve him well against this lineup.
Well, when we have seen Edwin out there when it's been real cold, like it is real cold tonight, he has been up, especially with the slider. So here's Elvis Andrus hitting at .274, a couple of homers. He's driven in 15. This young man, just a ton of talent. Fouls that back. Last year hit .265 with the Rangers while stealing 32 bags.
And 13 for 13 this year in that department. So if you let him get on, you've got some big problems.
Corners in close. Outfield around to the right. And that's low. The count evens at 1.
We pan around, we show you the defense. They're playing him as an off-field hitter. Atlanta gave him up in the Mark Teixeira deal, and it's not like Atlanta to give up too many real good players, but they give up a good one in Elvis Andrus.
And that's up high. He called that a strike? Good.
Well, Elvis is a deceptively tall man.
You're right. He's really deceptive.
Yeah.
He's hiding it well. Not a good effort right there. So he gone. And that is out number 1.
That lack of execution could turn out to be a very big break in this inning, because it's 4 right-handers in a row before you get to Murphy.
And here's Ian Kinsler, the second baseman. Kinsler hitting at .255 homers. He's driven in 15. And that's up high. Kinsler last year hit .286, 9 homers, and knocked in 45 for the Texans.
He's another one of their speed burners. 7 stolen bases in 9 attempts. This is a team that will put a lot of pressure on the battery.
And there's the strike. .36 out of 46 for Texas.
Pretty good number.
Well, it's 72 and 20, 144 and 40. That'll work.
That'll work. Yes, it will.
Jacks it up. And the count 2-1. Chavez at second, 1 out here in the top of the first if you're just tuning in. First of 2 against Texas. That's up high and in, and the count's 3-1.
Nelson Cruz, who's a prolific slugger, is on his rehab now, and they're thinking that Josh Hamilton will start his rehab on Wednesday. They certainly could use both of them back. They figure they'll be back within 2 weeks.
And there's the strike. So a full count.
Take a look at where the 5 appears, and it had the whole plate.
Outfield straight up. And it is right off the end of the bat.
Pretty good changeup from Jackson. When his slider is right, right-handers have very little shot at squaring it up on the bat. Last 2 starts have been brilliant, as Edwin looks to even his record at 4 with a victory tonight.
And that's foul back.
Well, I would think a couple of looks at second might be in order, because Endy Chavez, who was a lot faster when he was younger, but still possesses good speed, is about ready to take off.
Checks it up, fouls it off. Thank you very much.
There you see our Bank of America pitch tracks. And Edwin has tried just about everything against Kinsler, but a good hard slider low and away.
Ooh, he got that one just to get me over right there, and it was hammered. Thank goodness, just foul.
We'll take another look at it. And Edwin wants to throw that slider low and away, but it's kind of hanging there like a piñata.
And unless it's that commercial, they're very hard to break.
They are.
Easy to hit, but hard to break. And there's ball 4. So that'll bring up Michael Young, the DH, 34-year-old veteran. All he's doing is hitting .342. A couple of homers, but he's knocked in 30.
Well, he also is a team leader in one thing that could come in mighty handy right now, and that is he's grounded into 7 double plays, tying him with ELVIS Andrus for the team lead. And a ground ball here. We get Edwin out of this inning.
Well, Michael Young, for about the last 7 or 8 years, has been one of my favorite players in this league. He has just been under the radar, and the only thing he does, especially in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, is beat you.
They came very close to trading him because they got ADRIAN BELTRE for a long-term contract, and they didn't know how Young would take to the designated hitter role.
It got a little nasty there towards the end.
Yes, it did. I'm talking with Ron Washington about it. What he said was he's trying to get Young into playing the field at least once a series. He's either going to play first or second, and that will break up his designated hitter roles, and he feels that way Young will feel more a part of it, and he'll swing the bat a whole lot better, and he swung it very well in the early going.
1 out, 2 on, and the 1-1 pitch. That's out in front of the mound. Edwin now guns it over. Perfect peg to Paulie, and that's out number 2. They were a little Alphonse Gaston there for a second.
Young didn't get out of the box very quickly, and that spinning around in the box is what enabled Edwin to have as much time as he did. Still threw him out by a good 2 steps, but the runners both move up 90 feet.
And that'll bring up ADRIAN BELTRE, hitting at .252, 10 homers, and 33 knocked in. Beltre last year with Boston in his contract year hit .321, 28 homers, and knocked in 102.
And that same kind of year with the Dodgers in his contract year.
What are you, 49 home runs, 46 home runs out there?
Something like that. Had a huge contract year. But you got first base open, and this is the guy that has been paid to beat you. Murphy's in the on-deck circle. Beware here.
And there's the strike. 1-1 to count. Beltre in his Dodger hit 48 homers, drove in 121 while hitting .334 in his contract season.
That's not a bad year.
I'll tell you, that's getting it done when it has to get done.
Nice stop by AJ as he saved a run, moving to his right, smothered that slider in the dirt.
Those 2 years will add up to close to $100 million.
Yep. Our chances are still the Powerball.
You got to buy a ticket first. Omar guns over to first in time. Yes, nice recovery by Vizquel. Put a little giddy up on that one. So he pitches out of a jam after a half inning of play. It's the Rangers nothing, and the good guys coming to bat.
Great road trip. The homestand starts with Juan Pierre leading off, and it's Ramirez, done the DH. KONERKO still red hot with Quentin, Przynski, Rios, Vizquel, and Gordon Beckham playing second and hitting 9th. And the defense and how they'll line up behind Colby Lewis. Left to right, it's Murphy, Gentry, and Chavez in the infield. BELTRE, ANDRUS, KINSLER, and Davis at first, with Torrealba behind the plate and Colby Lewis on the hill. The numbers aren't that impressive, but the last 3 times out, he's been very good. You can see right-handers, much more difficulty than the left-handers. And he is our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher. But lifetime against our Sox, he's just gotten hammered. Hopefully that trend continues.
So here comes Juan Pierre, and before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Juan comes in hitting at 242. No homers. He's driven in 9. He's been scuffling lately. This is when you got to cinch it up and hunker down. Takes a bite. And I'll tell you, if you hadn't seen Adrian Beltre play third base a lot, he is fun to watch. He is a terrific third baseman, very animated, and from underneath probably has the strongest throwing arm maybe in the history of baseball from third to first.
Well, he's been a good defender since coming up. At first he had some problems with the bat, then the bat came along, but the glove's been there.
That ball hit into left center field. Craig Gentry, and that's out number 1. Well, I talked with Robin Ventura about him when he came over from the Dodgers to Seattle, and coming from Robin Ventura, that's good enough for me. He said, Hawk, he's as good as it gets.
The only thing it caused Texas to do was realign their thinking on Michael Young. And there were a few teams interested, but John Daniels couldn't get the deal he wanted. Young remains a Ranger, and with everybody injured, it's good for Texas that he still is.
Well, he and Beltre have kept him in there.
Yeah, this is a good lineup still, but it's a great lineup when all the pieces are back together.
Here's one of yesterday's heroes, ALEXEI Ramirez, who was 3 for 4 yesterday with a homer, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. That's a good 2-0 pitch right there. Got him off balance.
I talked with Mike Maddox about Colby Lewis, and he said he's their traditional 4-pitch pitcher. He throws a curve and a slider.
And that's a little backhand by Andrus right over the top. 2 down. So with 2 out, let's check out our picks to click. Jim Angio, our director and the crew, Juan Pierre. Stone Pony's going with Alex Rios. And my dentist down in Granger, Indiana, Matt Brennan. And I are going to go with A.J. Przynski. Matt, who pulled my molar this morning. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. Nope. Just missed it. And that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 inning. After 1, no score.
Hamilton and Nelson Cruz. And although Cruz was not hitting to this point, you can see the power numbers very strong. And last year, the AL MVP, 359, 32 and 100 for Josh Hamilton. So this is a left and right-handed combination that they really miss in the corner outfield.
No score here in the top of the second. It'll be Murphy, Torrealba, and Davis to face Edwin Jackson. One and 0 to the 29-year-old outfielder. There's a strike.
He's very valuable to them because normally he'd be a fourth outfielder. But with the fact that Hamilton and Cruz do get injured somewhat, he's getting a lot of play.
Good pitch right there. Got in on him.
Take a little location. AJ wants it in. And that ball stayed inside. Just ate him up.
Two and two. Well, you said it right last inning. When you put their as there's a changeup underneath the glove of Beckham. So the leadoff single. But when you put their Cruz, Bourbon, and Hamilton out there, this is probably the best lineup in the American League. And then when you go with Murphy and those guys on the bench, all of a sudden now their bench is really strong.
Well, it's especially well balanced between left-handed power, right-handed power, and speed.
A lot of options for the skipper. So here's Torrealba hitting at 220, 3 homers. He's driven in 7. Last year at San Diego, Yorvit hit 271, 7 homers, and knocked in 37. Murphy will run if you don't keep an eye on him. He's 4 for 7 in stolen bases.
And Torrealba is grounded into 3 double plays.
That's popped up. Alexei. And that's out number 1. I was talking with Mark Tien prior to the game, and things are not progressing real well on his oblique.
Now, he tried pretty hard to think about playing through it or sitting out a few days, but it doesn't appear that's going to be the case.
Well, when you get a bad oblique, you're not going to play through it.
No, that's true. We've seen a lot of guys DL'd because of it, especially the last few years.
That has become the designer injury, so to speak, out of nowhere. As there is ball 1. Chris Davis, the first baseman. Well, you know, the first designer's quote designer injury was the rotator cuff. Back in my time zone, we never heard the word rotator cuff. You just had a bad shoulder.
I heard it for the first time in 1976. I had never heard the term before.
No, that's it. I mean, it was, and then labrum. Forget about labrum. The old labrum trick that wasn't even around.
They just used to say you threw your arm out.
Yeah,
he threw his arm out.
That was the expression.
That was it. In the meantime, you don't want to keep the ball down to Chris Davis. You'd like to keep the ball up. He's got some big power.
Well, he's short and quick. He got one of the shorter, quicker swings for a big man. He first came up, looked like he was just going to be a solid first baseman for many years. Still just 25 years old. Out of barrier. And the count 1-2. Stay right there.
Now that's the spot with that classic uppercut home run hitter swing. He got no chance at 94 or 95 up that high.
As short and as quick as he is, he should be able to. Watch out, he threw it away. Beckham quickly gets to it, so Murphy into second, so it'll be an error on Jackson.
Here's the look replay, thinking that he could pick off Murphy. That one just skips right over the sliding Murphy, away from Konerko. And Beckham did a nice job of backing up to make sure that Murphy couldn't advance to third.
He gone. 2 down.
One more high fastball. And one more strikeout for Chris Davis.
So here's Craig Gentry. Gentry hitting at 167. Last year hit 212. And that is the third out. So, after an inning and a half, no score.
In-game live, only at CSNChicago.com, brought to you by The Great Escape.
No score, bottom of the second inning. It'll be Konerko, Quentin, and Pierzynski to face the 31-year-old veteran right-hander Colby Lewis. 1-3 lifetime against our Sox out of Bakersfield, California. While we have a moment, a very special White Sox hello and congratulations and many more to Marianne Gildemeister. Marianne Gildemeister. And she is 100 years young today. So Marianne, a big Sox fan, looking forward to seeing you at the ballpark, honey. As Paulie hits that one, that's going to be foul. Cracked his bat, and the count 0-1.
Lewis has been around a while. Started being chosen by these Rangers. That was way back as a sandwich pick between the first and second round in 1999. And he's made the round since then, and now a mainstay in the starting rotation.
Paulie comes in hitting at .327, 10 homers. He's driven in 30. And that's just something. 100 years young today. And that's with a lot of love from Alan Gildemeister. Detroit leading Toronto 1-0. That game in the top of the sixth at Comerica Park. Cleveland 2, Kansas City 0, top of the second at Kauffman Stadium as there's a breaking ball strike.
Well, Detroit has been just about as hot as you'd want to be. Winners of 9 of their last 10, including 7 in a row.
That's low and away. Yankees leading Tampa Bay 5-4. That's in the bottom of the sixth down in St. Pete. A.J. Burnett on the deck.
Tigers in second place. The Royals starting to tumble back to earth. The Indians with Grady Sizemore out of the lineup, hurting his right knee or the other knee. Still playing decent baseball.
And he checks it up. 3-2 breaking ball misses, and that is the dreaded leadoff walk. So our first base runner, and that'll bring up Quentin. Hitting at .259, 8 homers. He's driven in 24. 1 for 6 lifetime off Lewis. And that one hit left the premises. Cubs leading Cincinnati 2-0. That game in the top of the sixth at the Great American Ballpark. Takes that one up high. Gentry deep in center field. Over towards Murphy and left.
Gentry's got outstanding speed.
Fouls that pitch back.
Well, talking with Ron Washington, he said his bullpen has been in somewhat disarray. Obviously, the tail end of it, Neftali Feliz has been great. But he said it's a tough go if his starter doesn't get him into the 8th inning. So the guys they counted on as the first few guys out of the pen haven't done it.
That ball hit into left field. Murphy is there, and that's out number 1. Well, if he's expecting his starters to get him into the 8th inning, he's in for a long year.
Well, unfortunately for him, that bullpen, which was supposed to be one of the strong points of this team, hasn't been. He's got a couple of young guys out there, a couple of guys with control problems, and they're missing Darren O'Day, who they won't have till the All-Star break, and he was usually the guy that got him the 2 innings in the middle that they need to bridge to the back end.
Well, those days they're gone. AJ takes first pitch strike. AJ at 246, a homer. He's driven in 12. That ball in the left field, Murphy. And that's out number 2. Well, we've talked about it for a long time now. Don't pony now for the last 3 years. We've talked about it for the last 5 or 6. The fact that it's become the 2 biggest changes in baseball. First biggest change to the bullpens. It's become a battle of bullpens. I don't care how good your starters are, how good your offense is. If you don't have a good bullpen, you're going to lose.
More times than not.
That's it. I mean, that's just the way the game is structured today. Next biggest change is the agents. Because they're trying to create more shelf life, especially for their bullpen clients. I tell you, it's hard unless you know exactly who you're dealing with, Tony, and you know it's tough today. Unless you know exactly who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a Mark Burley, okay, fine. You can give him a 4 or 5 year contract.
Well, you're talking about good players that have a little age or some innings on them, giving them a long-term deal.
Yeah, that you know are going to perform for you. But if you take much more higher percentage, you give a guy, a pitcher, a 5-year contract, you're going to be very lucky to get 3 good performance years out of him. He's going to spend a lot of time on the DL. As Alex can't get it, the count 2-1.
Well, both the slider and the curveball has been featured by Lewis, and his slider a little better than his curveball tonight.
Very seldom you're going to see a right-handed pitcher have a good slider and a good curveball in the same outing.
No, it's
one of them's going to suffer.
Yeah, pretty tough to do that. But if you have both, you can make that correction when you go out there, and usually your catcher's going to tell you, if the hitters don't tell you first what that pitch is either doing or not doing.
Just underneath that one. So we get the leadoff walk. He pitches over that. And we'll go to the third, still no score.
And it has to do with quality starts. Our Sox have 727 of them since 2003, and that's the most in the major leagues. And that's United Airlines, leaders of the game.
That's why Don Cooper's one of the best.
If you can bring in a guy and know that your pitching coach can make him just a little bit better, or in some cases a lot better, that's a sense of relief for Kenny Williams.
Well, it gives the general manager so much more flexibility when he's got a coach that, and Kenny and Coop have been together for a long, long time through the minor leagues, and now since Kenny's been here 10 years in the big leagues, there's a strike. So when your pitching coach, who you trust implicitly, comes to you and says, "Hey, if you can get Steve Stone, get it."
I was going to say, if you get a chance at that guy, bring him to me.
Bring him over here. I can make him better. Same thing with a hitting coach. Hey, if you can get Jimmy Jones or Sammy Smith, get him. Bring him over here. I can fix that flaw. There's a Coop Meister sitting with another one of the best, Dr. Payne.
I will tell you one thing. Not going to Dr. Payne is all that pleasant, but going to Don Cooper is. And I think you can ask Phil Umber what happens when you get a pitching coach that can look at your motion, pick up any type of flaw, tell you just one or two things to make you better. And I don't think Phil Umber's ever been on a run like this in his major league career, certainly. And Don Cooper is probably at a good part of that.
And there's another base hit by Endy Chavez. He led off the game with a double down into the left field corner, and there's a hard single into left.
Well, the fact that Andrus was unable to bunt him over in the first inning, despite having 5 sacrifices this year, might lead you to the idea that Ron Washington might try a hit and run here.
Now field shaded to the right. Big gap out there in left center. And you can organize a group outing of 20 or more during the season. Purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. Call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. The Bertucci boys will take care of you. First of a 7-game homestand. If you're just tuning in, 2 with these guys. And Wednesday and Thursday, the Cleveland Indians come to town. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Had him off balance. And the count 1-1. And that's low.
Well, if they were thinking about a hit and run, it would be on the 2-1 count. So far, Endy Chavez has not had a particularly big lead at first. Here's a bigger lead.
There he goes. So 2-2. .74% lifetime record for Chavez. And that's tough foul. So the count hangs at 2 balls, 2 strikes with nobody out. Chavez at first here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Ian Kinsler in the on-deck circle. Decent power numbers, but the batting average isn't what he's used to. Well, if he sent him on 2-1, he's going to send him here, and you get a chance for the strike him out, throw him out.
Well, there's per his MO, Edwin's going to throw a lot of pitches. This will be pitch number 52 in 2+ innings. There he goes. There's a strike him out. And he steals second base. Third strikeout for Edwin.
And Andrus must have been guessing ball, because this one was a very good pitch. First stolen base since 2009, and Gordon has to come up with that bounce that allowed Chavez to get in under the tag.
Kinsler with the attempted bunt, and the count 0-1.
Well, he took a look at Omar at third base and figured might be worth it. Put runners at first and third. Omar's still going to stay back. He wants to take the power away from Kinsler.
Like Chavez is going to make the break right there. That time he takes the ball. So the count evens at 1. Defending American League champion Texas Rangers. There's the strike. And the count 1-2.
Edwin got away with one there. That was top of the strike zone and just kind of hanging there. I think KINSLER a little disappointed with himself for not swinging at that one.
And a full count.
Michael Young in the on-deck circle. It's a procession of right-handers. Normally, Edwin doesn't have a lot of difficulty with the righties.
Payoff pitch. He gone. Two down.
He went to the slider. KINSLER looking for anything but. And he's a big strikeout victim.
So here's Michael Young. Hit a little dribbler out in front of home plate that Edwin Jackson finally picked it up and threw him out.
Another good stop by AJ, making sure that Chavez has to stay at second. When Young is at his best, he's driving the ball to right center field. With that in mind, Alex Rios is shading him toward right center field. There's a huge gap in left center.
And there's a base hit into left center. Here goes Young. Here's the throw. Safe. Meanwhile, Chavez scores, and it is 1-0 Rangers.
RBI number 31 for Michael Young. 16th double of the year. Take another look at it. Looked to be a changeup, and it was down on the inner half. And if you're defending him as an off-field hitter, you don't want an off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate. There's no defense for that out there.
So here's BELTRE. That is right side, foul, and in the seats. And there's a base hit. It's going to be 2-0 Texas.
RBI number 34 for BELTRE. So the two guys in the middle with runs batted in the 30s have come through. And this ball hangs up right over the middle of the plate. Edwin's having location problems.
Well, the more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. It is what it is. Murphy fouls that one away. He's saying Goldie got a change up. Didn't kill it, just hit it in the right spot, just underneath the glove of Gordon Becker. And that's low. Got a cookie right there and couldn't do anything with it.
Edwin's going to have to make an adjustment. Even with a depleted lineup, there's still enough thunder in this Ranger lineup where if you keep on making mistakes up in the zone, you're going to pay a big price.
Two balls, two strikes, two out. And that's out of play.
Well, Edwin has really slowed down his pace as he's gotten in more trouble this inning. Mark Buehrle yesterday averaging anywhere from 9 to 11 seconds per pitch. The last pitch was 29 seconds for Edwin. And this one will be probably just as long.
He has had 3 outstanding pitches to hit in this sequence.
And fouled them straight back. And as any pitcher will tell you, when a hitter fouls the ball straight back, you best make an adjustment because he's right on it. He's just under it. And here's our Bank of America pitch tracks, and as you can see, in the upper part of the strike zone, most of those pitches are located. Up and in would be good. Up and out over the plate, bad. Not so good.
Once again, the 2-2. And another full count. That was pitch number 70. And 2 2/3 inning.
Well, the boys in the bullpen had best loosen the arms because they're going to get a lot of outs to cover tonight. And I think Don is going to come out and have a word with Edwin, who's really completely out of his rhythm.
It's hard when you're taking close to 30 seconds between pitches. It's hard to develop a rhythm.
Well, I think that also, I mean, you tip off the hitter to the fact that your stuff, you don't feel your stuff is as good as it should be. With Mark Buehrle, whether it's good stuff, bad stuff, whatever it is, he's going to get the ball, he's going to throw it. Doesn't tip off anything to the hitter. But Edwin, when he's right, he just keeps moving through the lineup. But tonight he's been very uncomfortable and has slowed it down to a crawl. And here probably is the biggest out to this point, because Torrealba is not a particularly good hitter, but he gets a chance to do a little more damage in an inning that's seen 2 cross the plate.
And that ball hit deep in the right field. Quentin is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. But they put a pair on the board, and they lead it 2-0.
revolves around the Texas Rangers, who is the only player in Rangers history with 30-plus steals in 3 straight seasons.
Well, the only good thing that could come out of the top of the 3rd inning is the fact that maybe Colby Lewis sat over there and got stiff.
Well, he's also leaving a few pitches up in the zone. So our hitters have had a couple of shots at him. He's throwing a lot of fly balls early. In fact, 5 of the outs have been in the air. In this ballpark, then, it's just a matter of time until they start carrying a little bit further. Although it is just 43 degrees right now. Welcome to spring.
I'd say I could not, I could not believe when we stepped off that plane last night. I want to thank that United crew. And Sparky, Mark Seipold, Mike Corrigan. We got in early. We stepped off the plane a couple minutes before 11. And we were scheduled to get in about 11:30, 11:35. And I'll tell you what. When we stepped off, it was frigid.
Yeah, spring in Chicago is delightful.
The last week, 3 years have been absolutely, in April and May, brutal. Omar. And that's out number 1.
Andrus has made 9 errors so far, which is a pretty high total in 37 games. He will also get to balls that most shortstops won't get to. But we're a quarter of the way through the season. So that pencils out to some pretty bad defensive numbers.
Well, he's playing on one of the fastest grass infields, if not the fastest that I've ever seen.
Well, that dirt is also like cement.
And I'm telling you, you're going to make some errors down there. As Beckham can't get it in the count 0-2. That is going to cause some errors. Got him in 3. That didn't take long.
Finally dropped a curveball and got it over the plate. Something he hadn't been doing through the first 2. And there's the 36 errors, most in the major leagues. But they still find themselves just 1/2 game in back of the Angels.
Well, down there, it's not just going to be the Rangers that make errors.
No. Not on that field. I know you've been keeping a close eye because you like what he did with his batting stance. With Jose Bautista of the Toronto Blue Jays has 16 home runs.
Well, he's done something I was watching in the highlights. What he's done, Tony, is that he has found a way to create hang time. And that is absolutely, he doesn't let his legs now take him out of the swing.
Well, he's hitting the ball to right field now.
But he can do it because if your legs take you out as a right-handed hitter, the only way you're going to hit it to right field is on the ground or a little weak pop-up. But meanwhile, a 1-2-3 inning for Lewis.
The fourth meal from Taco Bell. Open 1 a.m. or later.
It's a 2-0 Texas lead here in the top of the fourth inning. Evan Jackson, through the 3 innings, has thrown 72 pitches. As Chris Young struck out on a high fastball. In fact, several high fastballs. Put him away.
Well, if Edwin wants to hang around this one for a while, he will have a very quick inning at the bottom of the order. Can't afford any free passes to the combination of Davis and Gentry. ENDY Chavez is 2 for 2, and he's up third this inning.
High pop-up. And a quick out. That a boy. And a reminder, you can experience White Sox baseball year-round and schedule Southpaw for your birthday party, your wedding, holiday party, festival, or block party 365 days a year. So to have Southpaw visit your next event, call 312-674-5312 or visit whitesox.com/Southpaw. Greg Gentry went out to Vizquel. Takes it low and away.
Gentry will lay down a bunt. That's a big part of his arsenal because of his great speed. With that in mind, Omar at the cut of the grass at third.
There's a shank in trouble. There is your prototype Ducksman.
That fastball had a little too much of the plate, and Gentry with an inside-out swing dumps it right in front of Carlos in right field.
Gentry 1 for 1 in stolen bases a couple of years ago, so 46 or 49. So here's Chavez, a hard double to left and a hard single to left. .49 stolen bases he stole in 09 at Frisco. There he goes. Got a huge jump. And no chance.
Gentry's just got tremendous speed and good acceleration. Even if this throw is on the money, he's got no chance to get him. But the throw didn't quite get there.
And that's into left field, this time in the air. And that's out number 2. Well, Ozzie was talking about it the other day in Oakland. Some of the writers were asking him about the stolen bases against us this year. And he told him, he said, the pitchers have to give AJ a chance. And then Alexei has been catching the ball in front of the bag. So you couple those things together, people are going to steal on you.
And Edwin is usually around 1.45 or 1.5 to home plate from the stretch. And that's well above league average of 1.3. So when you have that, the league average for catchers, leather to leather, the time they catch it to the time they get it into the leather at second base, is 2 seconds. If your pitcher is 1.5 or 1.6 and the catcher is just major league average of 2 seconds, you have no chance against the better base runners. None.
Well, very seldom you're going to have, unless you're Mark Burley or Andy Pettit, some of those guys, very seldom you're going to have any chance against the good base runners. But what you do when you're above that number, you bring mediocre base stealers into play.
Well, Greg Maddux and Dwight Gooden, neither of them cared about stolen bases because they knew that the next guy was not going to get a hit.
But a lot of guys.
Not many of those guys around.
Tom Seaver, Nolan Ryan. He gone. He got the hat trick. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. We trail it 2-0.
the only player in Rangers history with 30-plus steals in 3 straight seasons? And the answer is Bump Wills. Son of Maury Wills, and a guy that I will always owe a debt of gratitude to, because I was pitching against the Arizona State Sun Devils. And I was playing on one of my many teams. And I was a major leaguer, and those guys scored 10 runs the first inning, and I got Bump Wills out twice. If I didn't get him out twice, I would still be pitching to that ASU team.
Get out of that inning.
Oh, they killed me. It was sad. Everybody but Bump. Thank you, Bump.
It'll be Ramirez, Dunn, and Konerko to face Colby Lewis, who has a 2-0 lead. Takes the bunt, takes the strike. ALEXEI grounded out to his counterpart, ELVIS ANDRUS. Breaking ball, and the count 0-2.
That was a good hard slider, one of the best that Lewis has thrown.
Another one, and that one. Good pitch, just didn't bite for it.
Well, he had a very tough first 4 outings.
And the count 2-2.
But the last 3 outings, he went 7 1/3, 8 and 8 against Oakland, Seattle, and Oakland the second time.
Well, those are good teams to let you out.
Yeah, if you're going head-to-head in your division, that's a very good team to throw well against.
Plus, you can go 8 a lot of times against Oakland.
Yes, that's. But Seattle doesn't exactly have murderer's row.
And that is just foul. Out and around it, broke his back.
Last 3 starts, you can see a radical difference. His ERA was up at 6.5. The last 3 times out, 17 strikeouts, just 3 walks. Seem to have found something of the magic. I think ALEXEI was trying to fool Tim Timmons into going blind, because that plate was right, the pitch was right down the middle. Take a look at where 7 appears. Has the whole plate down the middle. ALEXEI took 1 step toward first, but no deal.
So here's Adam Dunn hit the first pitch he saw deep into center field. High towering drive. Starts him off with a changeup. He's getting ahead of all our hitters. Got the shift on.
That
and
one was
very quickly to count 0-2 and another broken back.
That one was pulled well foul.
Yet another Matabata Cole.
Lewis, as this game has moved along, has been able to get inside on all of our hitters, right and left-handers alike.
So that is 2 outs.
And the 3rd strikeout by Lewis.
So here's Pauly. He drew a leadoff walk in the 2nd.
Well, he's got an 8-game hitting streak. He's been red hot. Lewis has a no-hitter that's just waiting to be broken up.
Breaking ball.
This one just spins out of his hand. And well, he gets the helmet out of the way.
Well, sometimes, you know, I'll tell you what, that when a guy throws one that bad and it comes out of his hand, the curveball, sometimes you just stick your helmet right into it.
So, 75 miles an hour. That was a good slider.
1-1 to count. Lewis had a game against us. That fastball caught the outside corner one afternoon here several years ago, and I'll tell you what, he looked like he's looking now. We had no chance.
Well, that was the one game in his career he pitched well against our club.
As he strikes out the side, we'll go to the fifth. It is still 2-0 Bad Guys. There's no runs, no hits, and 1 error for our guys. KINSLER will lead it off. He has walked and struck out. Takes first pitch strike. Toronto scored a run in the top of the 7th. They are tied at 1 with the Tigers. Now Blue Jays hitting in the top of the 8th. That is Kyle Drabek. Scherzer started for the Tigers, went 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, narrowed by Miguel Cabrera.
But Scherzer has been just terrific this year.
Lights out. Popped up right side. Beckham. So that's out number 1. And a reminder, you can text Subway to 29653, and if you are the 500 texter, you could win 5 $5 footlong subs from Subway. Michael Young drove in the first run with a 2-out double back in the 3rd, and then he scored a base hit by BELTRE. What a player this guy's been. Wow.
Well, especially because when they list the great players in the game, his name never enters into the equation. Yet you go back, you look at the numbers on a yearly basis, and he's right there with those guys. He's not going to hit for the kind of power they hit for, but base hits and average, he's been exceptional.
Well, you wouldn't mind having him at the plate in the bottom of the 9th, down 1 run, a man on second base, and 2 out. So there's a shot base hit.
Well, that's more the typical Michael Young type hit. AJ wants it outside, but that ball drifts right over the middle of the plate, and it's somewhat of an inside out swing. But he drives it into right field, and so he's doubled to left center and got a base hit to right.
There's BELTRE. He's 1 for 2, that RBI single into left field. That's up and in. And let's take another look at this. Where position? Look where he's standing in the box. You see how far off the plate he is? Michael Young wants the ball away. That's his stroke. Keeps his hands inside. It's a lot easier to keep your hands inside. And he is creating his own strike zone. There he goes. Another great jump. And another stolen base. Third of the game. He's 4 for 4 in that category.
Well, that was a very good throw by AJ. That throw was on the money, but with about a 3-step jump against Edwin, you're just not going to throw anybody out.
And there's a base hit. So now 1 out, runners at the corners. As Young had to hold up to see that the ball was not going to be caught.
Looked like Beltre got on top of one. Drove it into left field. At this point, giving up 8 hits and walking 2. I think Ozzie, who he had a look at, feeling pretty fortunate he's only down 2-0.
Here's Murphy. He had a single and a walk. Ball in the dirt, the wild pitch. So the double play. Well,
that one was a real wild pitch. That ball bounced, it looked like 4 feet in front of home plate. Actually 5 feet in front of home plate. And it got most of Tim Timmons. And now they put Murphy on. Don Cooper calling for some action in the pen as Jackson getting toward the century mark.
And while we have a moment, a reminder, Saturday, June 11th, we'll have Rat Pack Night and Fireworks presented by Palmer House Hilton. The Sox take on the A's at 6:10 p.m. So enjoy post-game fireworks presented by Palmer House Hilton. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. So 1 out, Sox packed with Texans.
Tony Pena loosening up in the pen, and Don Cooper taking a very long, very slow walk to the mound because Pena had just started throwing.
Well, we played 4 1/3 innings, and Edwin has thrown 96 pitches.
AJ's calling for Paulie to come in to kill some time. I was thinking he might start calling in the outfielders, but Tim Timmons went out there to break it up.
And here's Jorvit. He has popped to short and gone out deep to right field.
Well, he doesn't have spectacular numbers, but with the bases loaded, those numbers are pretty good.
That's a good slider. Going to the count. Why move?
No real reason to use a setup pitch, but AJ has got to be careful if he buries one in the dirt. Strike him out with another slider. AJ able to block that ball, and that was the wipeout slider, but Torrealba able to lay off.
He gone. 2 down. Slider, 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 slider.
Well, Torrealba's not going to be able to hit him. That ball started outside and went further outside. That's a big strikeout.
It's number 6 for Edwin. And here's Chris Davis. He has struck out and flied high, high to center field. Right to the bag, and he pitches out of it. We're halfway home and only down 2-0.
Bounding usually gets it done,
especially in playoff scenarios. We need 2 to tie. Come on, boys. Let's get something going. Quentin, AJ, and Rios to face the 6'4", 225-pound right-hander out of Bakersfield, California, Colby Lewis. First pitch strike. Quentin went out to left field his first trip.
It's a lot of goose eggs and nary a hit.
Fouled back in the count 0-2. Outfield. Now Gentry's going to move about 3 or 4 or 5 steps over to his left towards Chavez, and right now Chavez is going to move a little bit.
Normally that would tell you the ball's going to be away.
And the count 1-2. The more defensive the count, the more defensive the hitter. The better chance he's got to go the opposite field.
I mean, when the outfielders move that drastically, you can bet on the ball away.
And that's popped up again. Pop-up-itis. And this out. Number 1, and a reminder, the Ozzie plan includes your choice of 13 games, including the VP Crosstown Cup Series against the Cubs matchups and against the Twins, Yankees, and Red Sox. Ozzie plan is available right now, so call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. 43 degrees as we speak here at the ballpark. AJ, he went out to left field. And you cancel a post game? No. Dadgummit. A little too quick.
That ball starts out well fair. And then it goes foul.
That's low. And then Toronto scored 3 in the top of the 8th. They lead the Tigers 4-1.
Well, they were ecstatic to see Scherzer leave that game.
Then Walk came on.
How about the Tribe tonight? They're putting on Kansas City.
Yeah, the Tribe leading them 10-0. And now you can cancel a post-game show. So, my dentist down in Granger, Indiana, Dr. Matthew Brennan's Pick to Click. First hit if you're just tuning in for our guys.
That one was up and out over the plate. And AJ, who just missed a double, singles to right.
So here's Alex. Takes first pitch strike. He had a good at bat back in the second inning. He popped up to Andrus, but he just missed it. And he is down in the count 0-2. So Colby Lewis just coming right at our hitters. Bottom of the 8th in St. Louis. Cardinals leading the Phillies 3-1.
It's Jake Westbrook, who had really fallen on hard times, having one of his better games of the year against an excellent lineup.
That's popped up in the center field. And that's out number 2. So 2 out, and that'll bring up Omar. Orioles shutting up the Red Sox at Fenway, bottom of the 6th, 6-0. It's now 13-0. Cleveland, top of the 4th in Kansas City.
Good, let them score themselves out, because they're coming here next.
Bottom of the 8th in Atlanta. Braves leading Houston 3-2. Cincinnati leading the Cubs 7-4. Game in the top of the 8th in Ohio. And Tampa Bay came back to defeat the Yankees 6-5 down in St. Pete.
They extend their lead over New York to 3 full games.
Cruz the winner, Burnett the loser, and Farnsworth picked up his 8th save.
Yankees now losers of 6 in a row. Had that Posada problem. Didn't like the fact that he was hitting 9th. Asked out of the lineup and later apologized to manager Joe Girardi.
Yeah, he has been a tremendous asset to that organization, but he is going to regret making that decision.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're hitting 165.
He's going to regret it.
The only time, I think out of his 11 hits, 6 have gone out of the ballpark. But, I mean, if he was hitting the ball the way he usually does, Girardi wouldn't have thought of putting him in the 9th spot. At least he was still playing him, and that's just not a good way to go about doing it.
And that ball underneath, AJ did a heck of a job right there of shielding Davis from the ball.
Well, Davis never saw that because AJ knew it was coming right at him. He was in front of Davis. It's a perfectly legitimate play, and you can see him. He goes over the top, and Davis just flat out misses it. It's just good. That's good base running.
He's the best base runner we got.
That's a good base running play, and he keeps the inning alive. Otherwise, the inning's over.
He's not that fast, but he is a good base runner. I would have to say that he and Omar are the 2 best base runners we have.
Well, he got Omar another base hit there.
Yeah. Come on now, make him pay. First pitch strike to Gordon. He got a good pitch to hit, just could not pull the trigger. High slider. And chases a bad one there. took the good one, chased the bad one.
Now Gentry in center field does just about the same thing he did before, which was move to his left into right center field, which would lead you to believe that another slider away is forthcoming.
I don't know why they'd change. One and two. Come on, Gordon. Good two-strike hitter. There it is. They did not change, and that'll retire the side. So we have a mild threat. Can't do anything with it. We still trail it 2-0. Patrick Show on Comcast Sportsnet. Tune in as he talks sports with your favorite athletes, celebrities, and sports media personalities. Get your sports day started with the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 8 to 11 on Comcast Sportsnet. Sixth inning, Greg Gentry had a little duck snort single in the right field. Back in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. One hopper. So 2 pitches, 1 out. Yay. And that'll bring up Chavez. He doubled the lead off the ball game. Right down in the left field corner by the State Farm side.
Here's our AT&T UVerse multi-view. That's what's going on from all different directions.
Takes first pitch, strike. AJ, forget it.
No chance that time. It was bunted just far enough away from AJ, but not close enough to Edwin Jackson to make it a non-play. The only thing you can do there is throw it away.
Edwin's got to do one of several things here. This guy's going to steal second base. He's either got to hold the ball on him, keep throwing over there, and hopefully he'll give it up, or get rid of it in a hurry. The pitch out was a bad one.
Yeah, you know, I figure if you're Ron Washington, knowing that your team has run wild, Easiest thing in the world on the first pitch is to call a pitch out. You can usually run on this pitch.
And the count 2-0.
Bullpen continues to work as Edwin is going to deliver his 108th pitch. Pena, the loosest man in the ballpark right now.
Well, the count got him right there, the 2-0. Now, big trouble brewing here for a big inning for the Rangers. 2 on, no, check that, 1 out. I'll tell you, I'll never forget it's etched in my 2000 playoff game with the Mariners. Top of the 10th inning, Keith Folks on the mound for us. Mike Cameron comes up, gets on first base. Edgar Martinez is the hitter. First pitch is ball 1. Pinella comes walking out, calls time, comes walking out of the first base dugout right here. Walks right past Johnny Moses, the first base coach. Talks to Cameron for a couple of seconds, turns around and walks back. Next pitch is a pitch out.
Of course, he wasn't going.
No. So now here's Edgar Martinez at the plate with a 2-0 count. And guess what he did?
Well, he hit it hard somewhere, I would assume.
Out of the ballpark. Luke felt that was his best chance to get a 2-0 count to Edgar Martinez. And there's a strike to KINSLER. So the count 0-2. He has walked, struck out, and popped a second.
The other one doesn't get KINSLER. Probably going to be the last man he faces.
And another wild pitch.
AJ couldn't locate it. Even if he did, Chavez and ANDRUS have great speed. They take off. Another slider in the dirt. That ball backs up. AJ can't find it. But a wild pitch and a tough pitch to handle. Now you bring the infield in at all 4 positions.
And there's a base hit. There's a 4-0 game.
Well, we told you if he didn't get KINSLER, he wouldn't be around any longer. And he didn't get KINSLER, and here comes Ozzie.
$112 pitches. So, Ozzie will take the ball. Jackson departs, and we'll be back.
Pena 0-1, ERA just under 7, on for the 12th time. And he inherits Ian Kinsler at first base. He's just driven in his 16th and 17th runs of the year. So Edwin departs at 5 1/3 innings, 4 runs so far, on 11 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts.
4-11-0 for them, 0-2-1 for us. And here's Michael Young, who is 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Kinsler 7 for 9 in stolen bases.
American League hit leaders, and a very familiar name at the top. The man you're looking at, Michael Young. Paulie's on that list, and he's got 48 with a lot of power.
And a count 0-2.
Looks like a full moon tonight.
Top of the 5th in Kansas City, 13-1 Cleveland. He gone.
Pena stayed away, threw a slider, wiped him out.
And here's Beltre. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Tigers hitting in the bottom of the 9th, trailing Toronto 4-2. One of the Frankie Francisco guys on the bump. There are a few of them. As Beltre takes ball 1. And that Tampa Bay 6-5 victory over the Yankees. Damon, his 7th off Burnett. Sam Fuld hit a 2-run shot off Burnett. BJ Upton hit a 2-run shot off Burnett. Long peg. Nice pick, Paulie. Nice play, Alexei. And it'll retire the side. But Kinsler knocks in a pair. And we trail it 4-0.
This homestand will see the Rangers in for 1 more. Then the Tribe comes in for 2. And it's our first taste of interleague play with the Los Angeles Dodgers over the weekend. And then it's on the road again to Texas and 4 in Toronto before finishing off that trip in Boston. Our Beltco upcoming schedule.
So it's a 4-0 Texas lead. Juan Pierre, ALEXEI Ramirez, and Adam Dunn face Colby Lewis. Takes it high. Cardinals beat the Phillies 3-1 in St. Louis. Westbrook over Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee 2-4. Westbrook 3-3. I believe that. There's the bunt. Beltre, watch this. Boy, he lost his footing. Boy, he can fire it underneath. That's going to be a base hit. A good play by Juan. Leadoff man aboard. Let's go.
Good bunt by Pierre. Beltre expecting it. He comes charging. He's going to be able to get this throw off until right there. We'll really slow it down for you.
So here's ALEXEI. He's grounded to short and struck out. In that Cardinal game, I believe that's the first time Pujols has started at third base in a long time. Takes it right there. Oh, and 2 the count.
Well, the quicker we can get to Lewis and get him out of there, and it's not going to be the pitches piling up on him that will make him depart. The sooner we get into that pen, which has been vulnerable.
Come on, ALEXEI. Good 2-strike hitter, buddy. If you're just joining us, Rangers 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 6th. And we're here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, ALEXEI didn't like the call, but the pitch was pretty good. And this is the night it's been for Colby Lewis. He's had both his slider and curveball working pretty well. And but for 3 singles, he has completely shut down this lineup. And the last pitch?
That breaking ball right there, ALEXEI, was a great pitch to hit.
But you can't duck under a pitch that's about belt high. That's your Billy Barty.
That's just a rolling curveball. That's fouled back. And a count 0-1. Dunn is going out deep to center and struck out. And it is the final now from Detroit. 4-2 Toronto. Now Dre back over. Benoit. And they're going to double him up? Yep. So very quickly the inning is over as the shift got him. And we'll go to the 7th.
into the shift. Adam Dunn hits a line drive. It's a 6-5-3 with tag coming at the end of it. Unusual, but a double play nonetheless.
We are into the top of the 7th. We trail it 4-0. It'll be Murphy, Torrealba, and Davis to face Tony Pena. Cleveland leading Kansas City top of the 5th inning 17-1.
I like their chances in that one.
Now let's just check it out. See what's Orlando Cabrera, 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. I'll tell you, that little guy, all he does is play on winners.
And he's had
first pitch strike.
He's had a big year driving in runs. That's not usually his long suit.
The guy who's really come around for him too has been Matt Laporta. Laporta's 3 for 3 in that game with 4 RBIs. Brantley, he's starting to swing the bat. He's 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. And Souvenir. Kyle Davies started that game. Went 1/3 of an inning. Walked 3, gave up no hits, and they scored 2 runs. There's a foul ball.
Good thing it was foul because Tony was nowhere near the bag, and Paul turned around. Nobody to throw it to. And that one didn't miss by much.
Cleveland scored 10 runs in the 4th inning.
That'll tax your bullpen.
You better have a brave soul out there that can suck up some innings. I know that.
Tomlin's going to be 5-1. Good looking rookie.
Had him out in front. And that's out number 1, and here's Torrealba, who is 0 for 3. Yarvid is popped to short, going out deep to right and struck out on a low and away slider. Boston was trailing 6-0. It is now 7-5 Baltimore. Top of the 7th. And the count 1-1. That's to bunt it, and it's foul. We didn't get, if you're just tuning in, our first hit. So 1 out in the 5th inning, Pierzynski. Then with 2 outs in the 5th, Omar. And then Juan Pierre leading off the 6th with a bunt single, and that has been it. Chopper underneath the glove, so that'll be a base hit. So 1 on 1 out, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Chris Davis. First of 2 with these Texas Rangers. First of 7 on this homestand. Wednesday and Thursday, Cleveland. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Don Mattingly's Dodgers. Good pitch. Straightened him up. And the count 0-2.
We're going to see these Rangers 5 times in the next 10 days because after this homestand, we'll head to the home of the Rangers, kicking off another long road trip.
And then we go from Texas to Canada
for 4.
Drops that one foul over into the dugout.
We'll see Jose Bautista up close and personal. He's on the pace with 64 home runs. 16 home runs through 40 games.
Well, he got the click. He figured it out. That's what it takes.
Well, when you watch him hit home runs to right and right center field, then you know that he's got it together.
Well, the right-handed hitter. He gone. Good pitch. And that is out number 2.
This one starts at him and moves all the way back and had the whole plate.
And here's Gentry. So when a right-handed hitter is hitting home runs to right field, and he's hit them everywhere, center, left, that'll tell you that he has created hang time. They have not committed to the pitch too early. That front foot is staying in the air and not getting down on the ground too quick.
Well, he spent a long time around the major leagues trying to find it, but he's found it in Toronto.
Well, he's got the big leg kick going for him right now. And the guy who first came up with that big leg kick was not an American.
Sadahara O.
He was the first one. He was the first one. And then you saw guys starting to. Sadahara was a great hitter. I remember Bob Gibson going over there, and they were playing as they did, the Americans against the Japanese on exhibition. There goes the runner, and that ball hit into center field. And that'll retire the side. 7th inning stretch. We need 4 to tie. By texting OAK, O-A-K, for a chance to win $50 in Comiskey cash and 4 tickets to the game on June 10th versus Oakland. Cy Sox mobile users get special offers, exclusive deals, contest info, and great prizes. Joining is free, but message and data rates may apply. So text OAK to Shy Sox 244-769 to be entered to win. Konerko, Quentin, and Pierzynski. Paulie has walked and struck out. And that breaking ball, right field, long way to go. Chavez can't get there, and the count 0-2.
Chris Sale is loosening up. Tony Pena did a nice job relieving Edwin Jackson, who went 5 1/3. Pena went an inning and 2/3. It looks like Sale will probably come in the game.
And here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him. Probably just couldn't pull the trigger. And that's strikeout number 7 for Lewis. So here's Quentin. He's gone out to left, and he has popped up to the catcher. And Cincinnati has defeated the Cubs 7-4.
They were trailing that one 4-0.
Bailey the winner, Zambrano the loser. Oh, and 1 to count.
And so far, Lewis has been able to strike out 7 guys, walking only 1 with a minimum of pitches. This is just pitch number 82 coming.
And that's another pop-up right side. 2 down. So here's AJ. He's 1 for 2. Picked up our first hit back in the 5th inning. Giants leading the Rockies 4-2. Bottom of the 6th in Denver.
Giants come into that one with a 1.5 game lead as the Rockies have really stumbled. Winners of 2 of their last 10. The Giants winners of 8 of their last 10.
And Padres in the bottom of the 2nd out in Phoenix lead the D-backs 5-0. Clayton Richard on the bump. Just getting in the way, Milwaukee at Los Angeles, and there's another base hit. So AJ 2 for 3.
Looked like a changeup, and it was up and out over the plate. AJ drilled it into right field.
So here's Rios. He's 0 for 2.
Well, this game has been thoroughly dominated by the offense of these Rangers. It's still only a 4-run game.
The more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. And they saw a lot of pitches tonight. Oh, but I was thinking about the Sadahara and Bob Gibson when the Americans went over to play the Japanese in that exhibition tour. First time Gibson faced Sadahara. That ball way back. Get up. Dadgummit. Murphy makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. It is still 4-0 Texas. And a reminder, the Sox and Cubs rivalry continues this season as the winner of the series takes home the BP Crosstown Club. The Cup, the Crosstown Cup. White Sox, Cubs here at beautiful US Cellular Field, June 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
We got Chris Sale coming into the game. He'll take over for Tony Pena, who took over for Edwin Jackson. Sale comes on at 2-0. ERA 6.80, 6.08, and working on his control, get a little more consistent out of that pen.
And he has been one of the stars for the Rangers tonight, Endy Chavez. He's 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Also a stolen base. He was 0 for 9 coming in since being called up. And the count 2-0. 23,048 on a cold evening at beautiful US Cellular Field. And that's into left field. Juan stays with it, makes the catch. Nice play.
Endy hit that ball a long way. Juan just backing up. Takes the tumble, but holds on. In this game, the ground can cause a fumble.
So here's Andrus. Elvis, 3 strikeouts and a single. And a run scored. Takes first pitch strike. 4-12-0 for their guys. 0-4-1 for our guys. Nice pitch. Change up.
Well, that's the pitch that eventually Sale's going to use when he moves into the starting rotation. He's going to use that a lot because it's a good changeup. See Andrus well out ahead of it. Tries to take that ball on the outside corner and pull it, and usually that's a ground ball to the left side.
Here's KINSLER. Change up. And the count 0-2. KINSLER is 1 for 2, but it was a big one. A 2-run single back in the 6th. Yes, he did. He gone. That didn't take long. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. We still need 4 to tie.
ALEXEI, and it's some good base running on the part of A.J. Przynski. He's on base. Omar hits it right at Davis, but A.J. shields him. He can't see it, as you see. He thought it was going to be up a little bit higher. So A.J. gets Omar Vizquel yet another base hit.
That big behind A.J.'s is going to shield a lot of things.
Unfortunately, it did not turn into a run. And Lewis is still on the mound, and he's gotten Ron Washington where he had to be, which was into the 8th inning with the lead.
So here's Omar. He is 1 for 2. And the count 0-2. Ball hit hard but foul. And tomorrow night in the finale, Johnny Danks against Matt Harrison, 25-year-old southpaw. So we'll get our couple of southpaws on that bump in the finale of this brief 2-game set. Then Cleveland comes to town on Wednesday. Jake Peavy against Justin Masterson. You see tomorrow's.
And 3 and 4 for Harrison, as John Danks looking for the secret for his first win of the year.
Tried to backdoor him and he missed.
Will Oman starting to loosen up in the pen.
And that's out number 1. And a reminder, tickets for White Sox home games at U.S. Cellular Field are on sale right now. Tickets start at just $12 per seat, and the schedule is full of great matchups, promotional nights, and post-game fireworks. So purchase your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME. Gordon's had a tough night, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. I'm just checking out our minor league report from Sunday's games. Rochester. The Charlotte Knights were playing Rochester. Knights won 8-4. Viciado continues to swing that bat. He's hitting .444, 20 for 45, 6 doubles, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs, and 10 runs scored in the last 11 games, as that's out number 2. Diane Viciado. Birmingham won 3-0 versus Montgomery. Dylan Axelrod picked up his second victory. As here's one Pierre, he's 1 for 3. Hit a bunt single. Slashes that one into the seats.
Colby Lewis has been outstanding this evening.
It's the second best game we've seen him pitch against us.
Just a 1 walk to Paulie leading off the second inning.
This didn't take long. He's getting it, throwing strikes, getting ahead of hitters, and getting outs. And we'll go to the ninth. analysis from Chuck and Bill, plus go live to Ozzy's post-game remarks. So don't miss Galaxy White Sox post-game live immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Will Oman comes into the game on for the 15th time. ERA 6.75. He is the fourth of the Sox pitchers tonight.
And Michael Young takes that one. Somebody's going to have a souvenir right side. Young knocked in the first run with that RBI double back in the third. He also scored. He's 2 for 4 tonight. In that Toronto 4-2 victory over the Tigers, Bautista was 2 for 5. No home runs. He's now hitting .370.
It's really an astonishing turnaround the last couple of years.
Good try, didn't get it. Cleveland now leading Kansas City 19-1, bottom of the 6th at Kauffman Stadium. That ball hit high and deep in the center field, but it's a can of corn.
Not going that far tonight. There's been a couple of hard hit balls. One we thought was going out off the bat of Alex Rios.
A reminder, you can follow the White Sox with the MLB.com at @bat11. That's the app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @bat to 31826 or visit whitesox.com for details. Beltre, he's 2 for 4 tonight. Outfield straight up, spread out. And there's a strike. Will Oman. The 2-1. Breaking pitch down and in. Bill's got a terrific sense of humor.
Known him for a long time.
He got some good one-liners. There's a liner.
That's a clothesliner, but well foul.
I was telling me a story the other day. We were talking about knockdowns. And he was playing either on the team with Randy Johnson or against him. I think it was with him. Anyway, they got into a battle, and the opposing pitcher knocked hit one of Randy Johnson's hitters in the head. And Randy, both sides came out, and Randy's screaming at everybody. As there's ball 4. Johnson screaming at the other team. He's going, "Do you realize what you just did? Do you realize what you just did? You just got somebody on your team killed." He said, "I can kill somebody out there."
That's in those days he threw hard enough to do that.
So here's Murphy. He's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks, 1 intentional. One out, one on here in the top of the ninth inning. 4-12-0 for the Rangers. 0-4-1 for our Sox. And the count evens at 1. There, he's got a breaking ball up and get fouled. It will, thank you very much. Will knows he got away with one right there.
Our Bank of America pitch tracks will show you that this one is up and out over the plate, and Murphy just missed. Line drive double at least down the left field line.
And the 1-2. Texas 2 in the third, 2 in the sixth. Outfield equidistant, spread out to the left. There, he drops one on him. He gone. 2 down.
Top of the strike zone breaking ball. Murphy gives up on it.
You know, we talked about it the other day. It's a mystery to me how guys can take high breaking balls. It's just unbelievable. Those same high breaking balls.
They used to go out of the park.
Yeah.
Now they're taking
now they're
them
taking
off.
them.
I know.
They're the best pitches to hit in baseball.
Well, the strike zone has been lowered so far.
Well, it just goes to show you how much these hitters gear down low now.
Right-hand hitter never used to be a low ball hitter. Now, most all of them are good low ball hitters. So that's where the strikes are.
You get guys coming out of their, I'm telling you, I've seen guys actually just almost come out of their shoes. Get eye high and cap high, bill high breaking balls to hit them. And the count 2-1 to Troy Alba. He's 1 for 4.
Neftali Feliz warming up in the bullpen. He is their closer, even though it's a non-save situation.
And the count 2-2. And if you're just tuning in, Tampa Bay scored 5 runs in the 6th inning, came back and beat the Yankees 6-5. Juan Cruz or A.J. Burnett. Seattle leading Minnesota 1-0, bottom of the 2nd. Out at Safeco Field. Two out in the 2-2 pitch. If you're just joining us, Edwin Jackson started, went 5 1/3, gave up 4 runs on 10 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts through 112 pitches. He gone. Couple of strikeouts for Will. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. We got some work to do. A preview of Game 2 between our Bulls and the Heat. Scores and highlights from around baseball. So join Pat and Mark for GMC Sportsnet Central tonight after post-game live only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Well, here we go. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. If you're just joining us, we have no runs on 4 hits. They have 4 runs on 12 hits.
And the heart of the order due up against a very tough Colby Lewis.
Plus the fact they have stranded 12, we have stranded 4, so you can see what the domination has been tonight.
With some pretty impressive numbers. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's been on top of his game tonight. He's been getting it, throwing first pitch strike. He's been 0-1, 0-2, 1-2 on most guys. So here's Alexei, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts, and out and around that one just fouled.
And when you consider that Lewis came into this game lifetime against the Sox, 1-3 with an ERA of 7.59. It makes this outing even a little more gratifying for him. But it's not over yet.
We got 3 big outs. Now the count 1-2. It has been a cold. That's the highest I've seen it at 46 up there on the board now.
Truly amazing. The weather has been like.
And that's a fair ball. That's a good start. Attaboy, Alexei. So that is a double. That's his 5th 2-bagger.
They'll probably escort that gentleman out of the ballpark for falling out of the field. There's a breaking ball that was not near as sharp as they have been as he rifles it by BELTRE. And a fan goes tumbling on the field.
Oh, they're going to give him a reprieve on that one. He just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Gravity got him.
His momentum got him. Big upper body.
High into left field. When and the weather gets warm, that same ball that he just caught right there, he's got a heck of a chance of getting out of here.
Yeah, right around the middle of August when it starts to heat up a little.
So here's Paulie. Paulie's 0 for 2. He walked to lead off the second.
Ron Washington is giving Lewis every opportunity for his second complete game of the year and just the third for this Ranger staff.
This will be pitch number 104. And good check by Paulie. Giants were leading the Rockies. It is now 7-4 Rockies. Top of the 7th inning. But right here, Paulie's got the catbird seat. And a breaking ball. 3-0.
Well, it would appear that Lewis is starting to hit the wall. See if we can tag a few on him before he departs.
There's one. Oh, mercy. He just missed it. High towering fly ball into left field. And that's out number 2.
A 3-1 fastball, and Paulie doesn't usually miss these. Not entirely in the strike zone. And he realized it. Just missed.
So we're down to our last out, and it's Carlos Quentin. Quentin going out to left, popped the catcher, and then popped up to short right field. And now he pops it up into center field. When that ball comes down, this game will be over. So the Sox, for the 5th time this year, get shut out. Colby Lewis spins a 5-hitter, and he was just on top of his game all night long, getting ahead in the count.
And there's another inexplicable factor, Hawk, and that is that for whatever reason, we play well on the road, come back here, and the record now is 5-12 at U.S. Cellular Field, and that's got to reverse itself.
Let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is 31-year-old right-hander Colby Lewis. His second complete game. Picks up the 3rd Texas shutout. Check that. Complete game of the season. So for my partner, the Stone Pony Steve Stone, our director Jim Angier, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, executive producer Jim Corno Jr., also for the mayor Mean Joe Grube, and up here in the booth with us, Tom Hoover and Frank D'Amato. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody.